Yo, what up? Nathan here, coming to you again from the beautiful island of Seychelles off the East Africa. And one of the things I wanted to talk today, which to sort of piggyback on the last conversation we had about rejection, is visualization. And that is like, how do you develop, how do you get to where you want to be? Right? How do you get from where you are now to where you want to be? And how do you create the kind of staying power and the motivation to keep going, even though it's really slow in the beginning? And the key is that once you make a decision for yourself that this is your vehicle, right, or one of the vehicles, or one of the tools that you're using in order to build like a bigger vehicle, right? So I've taken on being a health coach, right? So the two of those things you saw on health coaching go together to really create what I want to create for myself, which is like a personal brand moving forward, and really make Unleashed International be one of the biggest teams in all of USANA, right? But the question is, how do I get to where I want to be? And my goal is 3 to 5 years. I want to be a diamond director. And so the question is, now that I've made that decision that this is my vehicle, and I'm going to be a diamond director in 3 to 5 years. The real key is living into that future. Right? So once you've made the decision that this is your vehicle, and then you decide where you want to be in 3-5 years, right? It's for me, it's already done, right? So, because intellectually, it's already that goal is already created for myself, and I know that there's a very limited number of skill sets that I need to master in order to create an organization like that, right? So what do I do is immediately I assess. Right? You fail until you find balance, and then once you have balance, once you have a habit that's ingrained, you have that for life, and you now have a skill set that you can use to develop yourself infinitely in those areas and create whatever it is that you want for yourself. So the only way that you're going to create those skills is by getting very, very clear with yourself about what those skill sets are and how to get there, right? And then go to work on developing them. How do you go to work on developing them? You visualize, right? So for me, it's like I want to speak at international convention at some point, right? So in my mind, when I do my daily meditation, a lot of the times I am literally visualizing myself up on the stage, right, delivering whatever messages that I want to deliver, right? So I'm going over that mental rehearsal all of the time, sending embedded commands to my brain that this is where we're going, right? Because the thoughts that you have, like your mind, you think in pictures, right? We all think in pictures. And so if you give your brain the pictures that you want to create for yourselves, it sends an embedded command to your brain. And you're literally, while you're not conscious of it, your brain will be going out into the world looking for ways to create that, right? So I'm doing regular visualization of creating the things that I want. I'm doing personal development, and I'm more of an audio learner, right? So I listen to a lot of audiobooks. I subscribe to Audible, and I've listened to, I think, 45 books this year, 2015. I think I'm on 45 books. Just finished the Big Magic yesterday. And so weekly webinars, learning how to do the presentations, like repetition, because repetition is the mother of skill. And so really that's the key, is getting clear and specific about who do you want to be, right? Like pick the leaders that you want to be and mock what they do, right? Because success always leaves clues. You want to go out and ask the people that have what you want, how did you create that? What are the top 3 things that if you had to go back and you had no business, you had no friends, and you were like dropped into another culture somewhere, what are the like top 3 to 5 things that you would do to help you build your business? And then take that advice and run with it. You know what I mean? And so you want to be doing regular training in those areas, and making sure that you are very, very clear and specific about where you are right now, being hyper self-aware, and then where you need to be, figuring out what that gap is, what are those skill sets that I need to develop right now so that I can create what I want where I want to go, and then be like hyper vigilant about taking massive action in those specific areas. And once you master those skills, you know, Eric Worre says there's 7 skills in network marketing. And the thing is, contacting, inviting, following up, presenting, like those 3 are really the key ones. And then, you know, there's phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. Phase 1 is all the way up to achiever, and then phase 2 is achiever to, I think, silver director, and then phase 3 is gold and above, right? The other higher level skills will come in time, right? So you need to be clear and specific about what are the skill sets that you need to work on right now, and go to work on those, and be constantly visualizing for yourself already living into the future that you want to create for yourself. And I promise you that if you are coachable, you're willing to go out and figure out what the successful people have done, put yourself on the line and say to people, this is where I am now, but this is where I will be in X period of time. You're going to be sending commands to your brain. And then even when you go through those really rough times, you can always remember that it's part of a journey, you know. And just like riding a bike, you're going to fall down a number of times, but once you master those skills, you'll be able to do this for the rest of your life, and you will be able to create whatever it is that you want for yourself in your life. So I hope you guys got something out of this message. I love you all very much, and I will be re-emerging on the scene in about a week or so, but I'm going to keep shooting these videos for you guys so that when I have this sort of quiet, reflective time, to be able to really go through where have I come from on my journey, and what are the specific things that have really allowed me to achieve the goals that I have right now. And then what are the things that I'm working on, making sure that I do give you guys access to some of those things. And I really hope that you'll comment and down below, ask questions, get specific. Look for the 90-Day to Achiever program that William and I are going to be leading in January 2016. We're going to take a group of like 10 to 20 people through a 90-day training program that's going to have people really transform their business, guaranteed, as long as they take on the coaching. So love you guys. Talk soon. Bye.